Hey, it's Random Pop Culture News Freaker once again, aka as always, Mr. Manny Wolverine. You guys are into introductions after the channel, on my Twitter, Instagram, be sure where you even our Newgrounds, and of course, once in a very rare while, Twitter, aka X, one of the very few times I'll be there, and one of the very super rare extra times I'll be on another one like Reddit or whatever, what have you, whatnot. When you guys are brand new to the channel, it'd be nice if you like, share, comment on the channel, and if truly give a rat's in a freaking derriere and feed about myself, subscribe. As always, my fellow awesome, amazing, wonderful people out there. Well, you guys have been there for me for day freaking one. My goats out there, my audience, my original subscribers, my OGs, my peoples, my original people that stuck with me from day freaking one. Audience retention is my real fans, my real viewers, my watchers on the wall. Thank you very much. You guys are absolutely the GOAT. You're absolute cinema. And if any guys are brand new, happen to stumble upon it, either from one of my Instagram or Twitter or TikTok and all this stuff on profiles, you happen to stumble upon here, it'd be nice to come along with me on this journey, come along with this amazing adventure for action commentary and just having a good ass time all together. Anyways, and it'd be nice if you stay with forever, but if this is the only one and done time sort of thing you ever see me ever again, then never gonna see me ever again. You either put it in the background for 2x speed, either that, and hopefully, I know 60, 80, 100 million, billion people around the world could be watching or listening to besides me. I get that, I understand that. That's totally okay. It's totally all good in our hood, totally understandable. It's water under the bridge. It's all gravy. It's all classy. It's all flashy. It's all not sassy, but totally understandable. It's totally reasonable. And I'm totally content with all that. I'm not trying to twist your guys' arm, make you feel uncomfortable, any of that. If you never want to hear from me again, I totally understand that as well. It is what it is. Anyways, I got not one, but I got two actual reaction review things on the. I was originally going to talk about 4 other topic internet news stuff, but it's going to be 5 now, so the video might be a little bit longer than it was supposed to be. I know this came out 2 weeks ago. There's one that came out 4 days ago, so this one's probably going to be either, if not Sunday or Monday, probably next week Tuesday. Not next week Sunday, or it might be next week Tuesday. Once I'm doing this on Saturday night, so it's probably going to be by this time. I guess it'll be Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday when it comes out. This guy from Street Fighter 6, original Street Fighter 1 or 2, I think it was on Alex. I've heard of this dude before a while ago, Alex. So he's definitely not no brand new character. He's just a reoccurring character. I think it was from Street Fighter 2 Turbo or Street Fighter 2 Ultra Turbo, whatever it was, but 545,000 views. I thought it had like 1 million views, but there's another one that has his music. I don't know if I'm going to react to that. We'll see. Because there's a full trailer for this too. It's not just a teaser trailer. So this came out like when I was still on my break, still like, unwinding my mind, still trying to not get burnt out from YouTube. That's why I took that 4.5, 5 week little mini vacation. Luckily, I came back. I'm back in the grind again, better than ever. So instead of it being every once in a week and a half or 2.5 weeks, I come back. The news will either be 3 days old or a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks old still. Sometimes I'm just a lazy asshole sometimes. Anyways, links to scripts about Zombie Loco and stuff I'm going to talk about later. One of them or 2 is kind of negative. Well, 4 of them is negative, but 2 of them is actually kind of positive, kind of negative. It depends. But anyways, 3, 2, 1, let's go. It should be wild, because I know he's had that 2000, 2001 jam or whatever. Like the New York City, like New York 1998, New York 1999 saxophone theme that he had. I see him with the picture, looks like him too. He looks a little bit more different this time, because before he used to look like a surfer guy that looked like he's from California, but he was born and raised in New York City or something. I don't know. So it's only a minute and 39 seconds, so let's go. Let's jump into this bad boy head first. We're gonna waste more time. Let's get into it. See how wild this is gonna be. Let's go. Let's see how it is.
This is the main event here at Fighter Stadium. Our first fighter is this man.
This guy. Where did this come from? Albo. Gordo. I forgot his name.
The mighty Titan is on the move. Can the devil himself survive this oncoming onslaught?
Ooh. Man.
Disrespect from the challenger. What a heartless humanoid.
one that got the freaking game.
Shut up! They already rang the bell.
Ooh.
No mercy at all! No wonder he has no ally!
Oh! Wow.
Hometown hero!
He's impressive. What?
Gets tucked into bed in the middle of Haggard Stadium!
Cool. Oh, wow.
Too easy. This is the best this city has. Nothing but chumps around here.
Oh, okay. Damn. All right. Okay. It's again Capcom, man. He never seems so freaking amazing. Because last time I interacted with the Capcom really was when they brought that 25th or 35th anniversary for Mega Man when they showed it at the Game Awards last year. That's the last thing around that Ratchet and Capcom. Besides that, and of course the Resident Evil thing that I gotta bring back because I know it's all owned by the Capcom company. So that's pretty wild. So let's see what the other one looks like because it's gonna be more longer than the first one was. Oh, that's another Dragon Ball one too. I'm unfortunately gonna have to react to that one because I know there was another one. I don't think I posted it up to YouTube, but I may or may not have. I still gotta do a thumbnail for that because that was from last year. So hold on, see you in a quick second. Let's see for the full trailer now. Alright, so without wasting guys' time, Street Fighter 6. This is one that was like 3 or 4 days old. By the time you guys see it, it's probably gonna be way older. Right now it's the 24th by the time I'm doing it, so it's either gonna be 7 or 9 days old. The oldest, youngest, 6, 7, 8 days old. The oldest is gonna be 9, 10 days old. The youngest will be like 6 or 8 days old. I don't know. So I know I'm gonna be way, way late to this thing, but whatever. At least it's not 3 weeks old like the other one was. But that time would be 4 weeks old. So jumping this head first again. I don't know if I'm still gonna do the freaking music. I'm probably just gonna listen to that one on my own time. We'll see. Let's go. Let's see if there's more storytelling of this. It might be crazy. I don't know. That one was insane.
Guys like me can make some good cash putting their bodies on the line.
Oh, there he goes again.
Besides, I'm used to being hated. Though, lately, I can't help but thinking. Seemed like a lifetime ago that I was spending my time fighting in the streets.
Oh, they're gonna about to take it on 90s. I wonder if they're gonna have to. I wonder if he's still gonna have his like an older costume in the mid-late 90s, what he used to dress before he had the ponytail now. The real bummy ass, freaking bummy, like homeless shirt. So I don't know he's gonna look like that from before. Or is he gonna be a new style? Metro City. Jam Project. Oh, so Japanese anime music from that. Okay. Oh! Pretty much the final music I'm looking forward to. I don't remember what final music looked like way back in the 1999 and the year 2000. That's the 90s old 2000 stuff. Totally forgot how it looked like back then. Oh! Nah, that can't be it. It's gotta be. Oh, okay. He's probably gonna do his final move here. That has to be a badass shit. Final finish. I don't like this phone call. Oh. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is the one I think was his original thing. The original costume thing for 98 2000. Oh, alright, this is it. It's gotta be the one here. And he's this is the next one. Oh no, the next one. This is probably the next one, yeah. Oh, okay. That's gotta be the one. Ooh. Ooh. What?
This
This is my job.
It's like he smashed his arm and legs into pieces. Jesus Christ. Extremely painful, excruciating painful, so God have mercy, that's wild. Oh, you know, more VTuber chicks starting to react to that now. That's cool. Anyways, yeah, like I always do say, of our thoughts, views, opinions, what's it called, speculations, vibes, hot takes, wild takes, unhinged thoughts, like I always do say in the end of the videos, I don't know, world views, not problematic stuff, but rarely, like, you know, my views, transparencies, a point of views, opinions, and of course, last but not least, tipping point scales, and of course, top of the head, my view takes on it, my raw opinions, my thoughts, my whole take on the spiel here. Top of the down, top of the dome here. My speculation on a hand topic at hand. Not bad, Capcom. Definitely not bad. Oh my lord. Where do I even begin with this one, man? Because, dude, like I said before, I'll say it again, the first video, like, man, it was looking pretty good, pretty promising. Capcom, they outdid their stuff like they always do. You know, it's probably just me being a fanboy. It's all three of those old school, classic 90s, early 2000s, like, the biggest video game franchise I've been around since, like, before and after I was alive. So I forgot which one came out first. I think it was, like, Virtua Fighter first, in the early mid-80s, or mid-80s, early 90s. And after that was Streets of Rage, and then I think later it was either Killer Instinct, and then finally, I think it was, I think it was either Mortal Kombat came first or Street Fighter came first. I think it was Street Fighter came first 1989, and then I think 1990, 91, or 92 when I was a 90s baby. Like, I think that's when the whole original Mortal Kombat series came out, because I think it was 94 through 96, one of those two eras. It might have been 1995 or 96 when the PlayStation 1 was a thing. And I think Tekken came out way later. And I was blessed as absolute hell. I was able to live through all three of those freaking amazing chef's kiss ass, absolutely beautiful as hell freaking fighting game simulator franchises, man. I didn't ever get to play too much of the Killer Instinct one. I only played like 2-3 times ever in my life, so sadly I didn't really get to grow up with that one too much compared to the other three I got to grow up with. But man, oof, Lord, man. And once again, like I said before, I'll say it again, Capcom, you outdid the hell out of yourselves. I'm so damn freaking happy and proud for you guys, honestly. And the last two things I'll say is this, and there's probably be a lot more than that, who knows. The anime style music in the background was really lively, because I don't know, I'm not saying that the other music in the background they had for last year when they showed one of Ryu's biggest rivals, I don't know. I didn't know his name isn't Zangief, because Zangief is the one that kind of looks like the dude from Punch Out, the one that was called, not Punch Out, but Mike Tyson's Punch Out, the one that had Little Mac in there. And that was Soda Popinski, dude. No, that wasn't Zangief. I know it's from a different franchise on the Nintendo one instead of Capcom, but I wouldn't be surprised they ended up owning them one day, who knows. That's the other dude, the one that does a lot of Muay Thai stuff. I always forget that dude's name every time. The one that has a giant scar on his face. I know if I go back at it real quick, I can Google search him real fast, and I don't know what his name is. I'm gonna feel like a dumbass when I find out what it was. I know it was that one. There was the Crimson Girl, Crimson Zero, Crimson Viper, and then like what was another one that was shown last year. I think it was that dude Peter Paul. I forgot what his name was. And then they finally showed him Bison again on Vega, which I'm not surprised that they brought them back again. And I think the other version of the M. Bison doll girls, because there's so much, just like with a lot of other old school video games, there's a lot of old school lore and background explorations and origin stories and all that. And Street Fighter is huge. It's filled to the brim with lots of old school lore that video game franchise has. So much backstory in every single character. It would take me years to even start where to even begin to even explain that. There's a dude on YouTube, I know his name was Clement. I think his name was Clement something. He had a bunch of numbers at the end of his name, but Clement something 422, 4268. I know he had like a whole like 4 8 hour video. If you guys want to waste 4 8 hours of it, time well spent, in my opinion. You know, it's super long videos. I know he had one for Killer Instinct, the whole origin stories for all the freaking story origins, lore, background lore story for Mortal Kombat, and the background lore story for Street Fighter and Tekken. So if you ever want to burn like 8 hours of your time or 2 hours of your time, definitely check that dude out. He goes piece by piece of how the whole story for Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken all started. It was wild, man. And I think he did one for Killer Instinct too. I know he did one for Final Fantasy and stuff, but I don't really give a crap too much about Final Fantasy. You guys are bigger into Final Fantasy than that. You probably would love to see that whole video. Anyways. Oh, and besides the anime music, I guess they brought his DLC clothing from the 90s. They brought it back again. So, thank you, Capcom, for bringing that back. Nostalgia stuff. You know, I always felt like Alex was kind of an underrated character because I didn't really play him that much. Street Fighter 2 or 2 Turbo, but he was alright. So, let's get a quick second. Hold on. Start trying to talk about the news stories. So, hold up. Hold on. And like I said earlier before, I think it was in the other video, commentary reaction, I talked about the Sylvester in the background one. I don't play freaking BS politics, left, right, Democrat, Republican, liberals, or bureaucrats, or any of that stuff. I've been, ever since late 2008, early 2009, even before that, I've never really put my faith in hopes and humanity or any of that stuff, because, I don't know, maybe because it was the old school evangelical Christian side when I used to go to school. I mean, a lot of them, they still go on more on their conservative Republican side of stuff instead of the Democrat side. It's just a polarizing left-right bullshit paradigm like Broadway showed me. Especially when I woke up late 2008 and early 2009 around that time. Like, I never trusted anything mainstream media ever said, ever the hell again. And it's a bunch of diarrhea. It's a crap show. It's just politics. I don't choose either of the sides. It's a psychological operation for your brain, in my opinion. Just to have hatred and anger and animosity because one person doesn't live the same life that you live, you automatically have to fucking hate them for no fucking reason. I think it's just stupid and pathetic, and it's a waste of time, in my opinion. And that's just my hot take. And a lot of people ain't gonna like what I hear to say, but I don't trust either side. It's all controlled opposition, control paradigm. It's really the bankers and a lot of these billionaire, trillionaire people that run the whole planet. Whatever Trump's getting his orders from, that's the people he's really listening to. All these trillionaires, quadrillionaires from Bilderberg or Rockefellers or small hat people or World Economic Forum. Those are probably the people that Donald Trump's really listening to, just like how he did from 2017 to 2020. There's no difference. The only difference is it's a different year, and a lot of the sheeple and normies are just going to believe whatever the fuck they want to believe. They hate him or they love him. Whether you even support the hell out of the MAGA movement or not, I ain't go for it, but they're wasting your fucking time because they don't give a frick about any of you guys. They don't give a shit about me, and they ain't gonna shit about you, and they ain't gonna shit about none of us. And say, oh, what about our governors and senators and mayors? Huh? None of them care about you at all. The only people that run this fucking fools are either Mason fools or any other fools. So shout out to my boys like KJ Osborne, RFB, aka Mr. Richie Kamiko, or Richie from Boston, and Days of Noah, other fools that are very, very big in alternative media, truther news, them, or like the truth is, those are the ones that I understand that a lot of this stuff is just, it's smoke and mirrors. Don't believe any of the shit you see on mainstream media because it's a fabricated lie. I don't know as far as the people that are C word, like King Kong rhymes with the word rice and lice, but it's with the CHRISISIS on it instead. It's like so I can't say that word because I know YouTube really doesn't like that word because they think, oh, it's fake news and it's conspiracy theory, not but whatever. And as far as the people that are out there that are those people, possible bad actors that are out there, I don't know if they're paid by Bill Gates or Soros or the other dude that's CEO, billionaire trailer for Amazon, like Jeff Bezos or anything. If they're paying all those people to riot in the street, I'm not sure if it's real, I'm not sure if it's fake. Well, the only thing I know is that, like, if they are getting unalived out there by ICE officers, I don't know if it's staged or if it's unstaged. I have no idea. I'll never know. One thing I know is that it's a game that they want to play a lot of shit in your hearts and your emotions, regardless of which side you are. Both people are human beings. People are going to screw up no matter which side you're cheering for. It ain't going to fucking matter. Because after you leave this life, it's either you go to heaven for yourself or you go to hell. That's it. That's the real, actual thing that's going to happen to you, in my opinion. And that's a lot of people ain't going to like that, but whatever. So it says, ice broke into Minnesota's hometown, force barely, damn, closed man outside in a storm. I didn't hear about this one. It says, from Maria Cadona. So of course, it's a lot of dumbass bullshit I don't really care for, but whatever. So it says, sorry about that weird burp. It says, a Minnesota man told Reuters, although it says Redders instead of Reuters, or readers, Monday that he felt fear, shame, desperation after an ICE officer broke down his door with pow-pows drawn. Handcuffed and forced him outside in the snow wearing shorts and Crocs. Chong Lai Tao, 56, a naturalized U.S. citizen who goes by the name of Scott, was returned later home on Sunday without any explanation or apology. His quote, I was praying. I was like, God, please help me. I didn't do anything wrong. Why did they do this to me? Without my clothes, Tao said, a Hmong man from Laos returned, told Reuters, from his home on Monday while neighbors were going to a fixed broken door. Wow. And that's the thing, like, I don't get into all this stuff because I don't care if you're left or right. Even if you're Hispanic Latino, whether you hate Trump or you love Trump, I don't give a shit which one you support because you shouldn't really like any of these people. To me, that fool's always going to be a freaking fake reality TV show dude from The Celebrity Apprentice and Comedy Central, The Roast. I don't know how some evangelical Christians even support that dude when he's always cussing his fucking head off. Because you know, evangelical Christians, they don't like that when you do this or he's doing like this. And he says, fuck you, and all this and shit, and cock and bitch and ass. And I'm not gonna lie, I know he's a fake puppet for the New World Order. I'm not surprised. That's all he ever is going to be to me. He don't really have no positions about it. The only power that dude has is that he's a CEO, corporate billionaire, trillionaire owner for like his golf courses and his freaking hotels. And that's probably the most power he'll ever have. And of course, he's one of those people that work for a lot of the small hat people you can't talk about or you're anti-Semitic if you talk anything bad about the small hat people. So they're a protected class. If you know those are people of protected class, I'm not saying every single one of them are evil pieces of garbage either, because I don't want them to think, oh, I'm a Yahtzee and I hate the small people that start with the J word you can't say. You know what I'm talking about. Like fools like the Shapiro dudes. I can't say. Because, oh, they're a protected class. That's how you know. If you say anything bad for us for a second, and I find out a day later, God forbid a week or a month later, I end up getting called at my office job and they end up firing me because they said, oh, it was anti-schematic or something. Because, you know, can't say nothing bad about them because they run the whole damn world, unfortunately. But it's crazy because, like, it's a shame because you should be able to criticize every single race in this planet because not everyone's going to be a super perfect ass person, ever. I know this shit already. Back of my fucking head, I know this freaking crap for an absolute fucking fact. People are going to screw up. It doesn't matter what race in this you are, or black, white, Asian, or my race, Hispanic, Latinos, or Asian, or Arab, Middle Eastern, all the other races that are out there. Like, it's not going to matter which side you are. Some people are going to be good at shit, they're going to be bad at shit. It's how life fucking is. And unfortunately, here in this place, the United States, where it's the melting pot of a lot of different races and ethnicities, a lot of people have all different walks of life. Trust me, I've seen it. I'm not going to say I've seen it all, I've been through it all, but barely been on this earth by next week since, by the time you're seeing this, probably this week. It's Thursday or Friday. I think it's Thursday. It's not Friday. It's going to be on my birthday. I've been on this earth almost 37 years. I've only been seeing this craziness going on for 31, 32 years. The furthest back I remember was 1995, 96, so probably like when I was 5, 6 years old. It was the oldest member I could think. And life, sometimes it's a bitch, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Everyone's going to have their own personalized experience on it. Unfortunately, my personal opinion, I always feel like, even when I was younger, before I woke up to all this stuff about the Freemasons, Illuminati, New World Order, all the banking cartels, trilateral commissions, the economic for even before 2008, early 2009, before I knew all about that, I always felt there was something really evil and sinister, something effed up, really bad that was going on in this country. I just didn't know what that was. I always felt like there was an evilness and a grudginess and a evil Debbie Downer sort of spiritual, not demonic presence, but like a really anxiety, super evilly depressing, weird, dark cloud hanging over my head sort of feeling I used to get. I don't know why, but I always felt something in this world was not right, you know? It's not just, oh, I'm trying to be a pastor, a minister, the demons that are haunting me. And I just felt like something always was like, whenever I heard anything about government when I was like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, I just felt like I couldn't trust it. Something really evil and dark and nasty and disgusting bullcrap I never really liked about it, even way back then. So even before 2008, 2009, when I woke up in my 2008, 09 era, like I already had a feeling something evil was going on in this world, you know. And it's sad because it did break my reality a little bit when a lot of these celebrity Hollywood actors and actresses and music artists I grew up with, a lot of them sold out their soul and they never came to God or any of that stuff. They got all the riches of the world, but after they leave this life, they're gonna have to be in a burning hot lava fire forever. It sucks. At least hopefully I'm not one of those people. But anyways, and this is another one here. This is real sad here. So it says guy gets, can't say the words, but he unfortunately got unalive. He got slain. The Minneapolis immigration crackdown. This is the real crazy sad one that happened. I'm not gonna play any of the video on it because the dude, he did get his freaking organs blown out, which is sad, but whatever. It says federal immigration officers been, can't say that. Said got hunted down, I guess. Drawing hundreds of protesters. The city already shaken by another fatal shooting weeks earlier. This comes from Jack Brooks, Stephen Wolkowski or Kanwowski, and Rebecca Santana from Associated Press. I think it was one of those videos here. I can't show it. Oh, it was this one right here. I think I could go in. Oh yeah, I could. I don't want to show it too close though. I think it was one of these. That one or one of these two pictures here. That was really bad. I saw the whole thing already, but it's going to read 2 paragraphs so you guys can read the rest on your own, okay? Hold on. Alright. I don't know why I got out of that freaking page. My bad. So it says federal immigration officers, I said again, that word I can't use. Minneapolis drawing hundreds of protesters. Alright, we read all this. Police officers in Minneapolis, Brian O'Hara said 37-year-old man was slain, I guess, to declined to identify himself. He addressed the information about what led up to the shooting. It was limited. The name was identified by his parents. This one was called Alex Preddy. I think it's what you call Preddy. Intensive ICU unit. The Minnesota National Guard, which has been activated by Governor Mr. Tim Walz, was assigned by local police and growing protests. Let's read a little more. Like I said before, I'll say it again. I don't take any sides. I'm just reading through this as an outsider. You know, I live in the United States, but community-wise, I just never felt as part of a lot of the sheeple. I don't go with the herd. That's all I do. This is DHS, aka Department of Homeland Security spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin said in a statement the federal officers were conducting an operation as part of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown and fire, quote, defensive pew-pews after a man with the hand holster approached them, quote, violently resisted when officers tried to disarm an O'Hara said the police believed that the man was, quote, a lawful holster owner and a permit to carry, open carry. The officer was, that's what they say, firearmed, is the man in an 8-year Border Patrol veteran officer said Mr. Trump weighed in on social media by lashing out Minnesota's governor, Minneapolis mayor, Mr. Trump, shared the images of that thing, I can't say, and the immigration officials said that they were covered and said, quote, what is all that about? What about the local police? Why weren't they allowed to protect the ICE officers? Yeah. All that shit is always getting muddy in the waters. I don't care what happens over there. There's some crazy psycho people, whether they're crisis, I can't say the word, but it's with a rice and lice, but it's with a C though. If they're bad actors or not, they're owned by Soros or Gates or the other dude, CEO of Amazon guy. I don't know if he's still there, Jeff Bezos. Whether they pay people to act all crazy or something, or it's just regular people out there trying to protest and fight their First and Second Amendment rights, freedom of protest, freedom of speech. But honestly, it's just, to me personally, that was always a waste of time, bro. There's nothing in this life's ever gonna change. Just same old bullshit you're gonna have to deal with for the rest of your goddamn fucking life, bro. Unless you become a rich billionaire, trillionaire, you win the lottery one day and you become super rich, then yeah, then you can actually do change. But until then, it's just be thankful for the life you have. That's it. That's how I've always seen it, bro. I know it's a negative, pessimistic way of seeing it, but that's how I've always worked out. Never try to raise my voice at anything. Just do what my boss tells me to do at my job, and hey, everything's all good. As long as I'm still getting my paycheck and getting my roof over my head, and the electricity and water and everything, oven, all that stuff still running, I'm good to go. Everyone else, I can't say that they want to make a change and difference, want to get a 15 minutes of fame on social media, whether it's TikTok or Instagram. You guys are freaking stupid. And you guys, if you try to mess around with those freaking ICE officers, you get one bam back out there and it gets destroyed in the back of your head. You end up getting flatlined the next day. Don't say nobody didn't warn you. That was your choice. You made that shit. You screwed up. You were a grown-ass adult. You should have never dogged about doing that, especially if you have kids or any of that. God help you. Either get a bunch of therapy and get a bunch of help. Because you're being a delusional dumbass. Like I said, I don't represent either the sides, where the Dem sides, Democrat or Republican, whatever. It's all a fake show to me. The people that get unalived, I don't know if those are people that are a part of the system or not. Unless they're a sacrifice for the you-know-whats, for the goats and the lizard people. I don't know. Anyways, this one was a little way crazy. I could do a whole separate rant video commentary on this. This guy here, I only heard about him 2 days ago. His name was, I keep wanting to call him Lucario, but it's not. And you're going to hear a loud noise because I'm really got to put this fan on because I'm sweating bullets here. I don't know why. It says, Lucario breaks silence after showing explicit files on a notepad, claims that he has admitted himself to be in a corn addiction program covered. There's another one too. It's from the Nerd Stash. I haven't read from the Nerd Stash in a long ass time. Does this content creator accidentally? You can read it from both of them. I might end up doing a separate video for this. Who knows? Content creator accidentally exposes illegal adult content on his PC, computer, gets banned everywhere. It's over for this dude. It comes from Sid in the TV. I'm gonna read it for this one first. This is a little bit shorter. The one sports key is more longer, so it links to both of them if I remember. It's gonna be down below. This Twitch and Kick star streamer Lucari from Texas has been a prominent figure. The streaming and content creator community, especially known for his gotcha gameplay and his quote degenerate online personality persona. Well, it turns out the persona was a mask after all. It was not a mask after all. Because Lucario has basically exposed himself by accidentally opening a collection. No, this thing's not fucking. Oh well. Not going out. It's not closing. Collection of links to illegal adult content and in front of a rather large online audience. So freaking sad he had to do that shit. What a dummy. And you guys can read the rest of your own after that. It says, during the late January stream, Lucario was chatting with his viewers and pulled up a notepad as part of the discussion. However, the notepad also contains the folders, sites that Lucario visited, and the keyword in this collection included teen. That's all good. And JBT, which JBT supposedly abbreviated for jailbait teen. Oh no. He definitely fucked up there big time. It says Lucario quickly closed the notepad and panicked and even made up an excuse for the good old computer virus. I remember seeing the whole video. I'm not going to do a reaction because the dude went off. He went ballistic. He was livid when he was screaming out the top of his damn lungs. Like, this dude, man, he screwed up bad. You already had not two, but three, maybe 10, 20 other different super hot-ass girlfriends. I don't know why he was looking at corn for, unless his girlfriend wasn't giving up, a lot of that punani, unfortunately. Maybe she wasn't feeling it that much anymore, and she got sick and tired of him. Maybe he was out there cheating with other girls. Maybe he got pissed off about that. I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck he went through. But he should have known better than not look at any of that PDF file shit. So he's pretty much just an EX offender at this point, allegedly. I don't even want to say allegedly because there's 1,000 million other people that already talked about this 2 days ago. I didn't know about it till the other day, so I was like, I don't know who this fucking dude Lucario is because like I always say, I never spend no time at all, barely at Twitch. So he's been around since I think 2013 or 14, back in old school, like I guess League of Legends days, which I heard about him a couple times here. He was the only two back in the day I remember hearing I was real big in League of Legends. And I don't know if they still play other video games. They probably still do a lot of other live stream video game stuff. I don't know. It was either the soda popping dude or like Tyler One, which I heard like 2-3 years ago he has his own family, his wife, and he's got 2 kids now. So I'm glad. The Tyler One dude, he's doing real good over there. I'm glad he's able to support his fans, his family, and his wife and his kids. You know, so good for him on that. Unfortunately, this dude Lucari, he screwed up, and he's probably gonna have to register as an EX PDF file person because it's probably gonna be a threat to young little kids, and that's really sad as fuck, man. Especially if any of his younger viewers are Gen Alpha and all that. He pretty much destroyed the rest of his whole freaking life. Even if he goes out there tries to get an IRL job, they're gonna see that they had in his record. Nobody in this country is gonna want him. He's gonna have to go to a completely other different country or nation around the world if he saved up thousands or millions of dollars. Go unless he went under a different alias and try to change his whole life and whole background, start a whole new life somewhere, Europe or Asia or Australia or somewhere like that. That's the only way he's gonna be able to get work ever again. Other than that, he fucked up big time. He's never gonna be able to get work ever for the rest of his life after having really messed up that thing. Like, you know, it's not a felony, but that is some super serious allegation shit there. He's got nasty CP porn corn shit on there. That's no good. And then last ones. Oh yeah, the last one. There was a new thing. I think they talked about this last year. So gotta credit this one. It's from Heaven Horn Karina Algeredo. It's from Squint Crimes. It says Return to Silent Hill in 2026 is a new horror film adaptation of video game sequel Silent Hill 2. We're in the same universe as the same movies for the first game, but with new main characters. Unfortunately, the focus hasn't been creating a solid story, and so it isn't a good movie. Read our full Return to Silent Hill movie review here. Here's the thing, I never really cared too much about the Silent Hill series. It was okay, I guess. One thing I remember about it is I had the Pyramid Head dude in there, and that's it. I always got that mixed up with the Resident Evil movie, because I know in the live action version, the old ones from the late 2000s, Resident Evil, they had the Pyramid Head in one of the things. I was wondering, why the heck was he in there? Because I've never seen all the Resident Evil 1 through 8. There was never no Pyramid Head monster that existed in there, you know? So I wonder, why the heck is the Pyramid Head from like the Silent Hill series doing the live action version of Resident Evil? I never understood that. Because I know they're infamously, they're really, really bad at a lot of Resident Evil, like live action movies. I know this because I grew up watching a couple of them. I was mainly at my uncle's house because I couldn't watch it at my parents' house because, you know, evangelical Christian strictness. Couldn't do that. So, it was pretty crazy, man. I think it was like part 5, 6, or 7. It was the last 3 live action movies I saw on my own because I was already over 17 by the time those last 2 came out in theaters. Because the other 4 I had to watch on old school DVDs at the time. Anyways, and then the last one, a little bit of old school Nintendo news. I haven't talked about that in like 2 months probably. Who knows? It says Nintendo Switch 2 price increase coming at about 2026. Analyst predicts. Gotta credit due to this dude, Derek Strickland. January 21st, so not that long ago, so last week. It says Nico Partners, oh god. And that was gonna do that. Damn it, hold up. So I've referenced Tweetown in about 2-3 months. I don't know. When's the last time I referenced them? It says Nico Partner predicts that Nintendo will raise the price of the Switch 2 in key markets, including the United States, a region that didn't see a tariff price hike. I'll get a credit again to Derek Strickland. I'm going to read the whole thing. I'll just read a little bit of it. I'll see if I remember to put it in the description below. Nintendo will raise the price of Nintendo Switch 2 throughout 2026. Possible to offer $499 bundle. Analyst from Nico Partner predicts. Again. The tech sector is once again facing a disruption. Hungry AI. Data centers are eating at the supply of key components required to make electronics like the Nintendo Switch 2, with the RAM becoming quite scarce. Reports indicate that Nintendo is paying 41% more RAM used for Nintendo Switch 2. The random production costs jumped typically telegraphs for a price hike. That's exactly for what the gaming experts are expecting. The Nintendo Switch 2 will get a price hike same time this year. Analyst firm Nico Partners predicts. Nintendo's possibly offering some sort of $499 value bundle to replace that $449 console. Only SKU. Only that stands for lifestyle career or something. I don't know. Switch 2 launched smack dab in the middle of worldwide tariff escalations, and Nintendo still kept the price to $449 in the United States. That's expected to change when a Switch 2 may become more expensive in that region. Yeah, so real fast thoughts on that. I'm not sure if they're going to make it more expensive or not. Stuff's going to get more pricier no matter what you do or where you freaking do. I know those other things, like how the RT2000, RT4950, all that stuff for the PC stuff. That shit's going to get more expensive because a lot of that stuff it's not coming from China. It's either coming from parts of China or Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. A lot of the Asian countries coming from over there. It might be coming from Russia for a lot of them. I don't know. It depends. And then the whole thing that's going on. God forbid a WW3 happens, but if it does, it was nice knowing you all, because a lot of the power's probably going to cut off and we'll probably never talk to each other ever again, unfortunately. But if it does, it doesn't, so let's talk to each other more. The ongoing stuff that's going on in the United States, a lot of crazy politics shit's going on. The midterm shit's going to happen with politics, and a lot of people are getting fed up and getting angry at government. I wouldn't be surprised this year. I'm not trying to jinx anything. I would pray to God the Secret Service or worse. Hopefully the FBI or CIA and NSA doesn't end up showing up on my doorstep and say, "Oh, sir, you were doing so and so." Like, how do you know this information and stuff like that? The last thing I want to do is get interrogated by those freaking FBI, CIA, NSA dudes. So I ain't trying to start any BS trouble or revolution. I just want to see a nice and comfortable in my place, and that's it, with my roommates. But God forbid if a civil WAR goes down, or worse, the WW3 goes down, and a lot of these people that are like judges and people that run the courts or run the government or run a lot of like the justice system and all that, these people that are lawyers and attorneys, or worse, people that are courts and, like people that are like even the way higher ones, Supreme Court, they're probably going to have a lot more extra security around them, like Secret Service and all that shit. And a lot of their own personal bodyguards are going to have to be probably having 50 or 100 people, maybe 500 security guards protecting them from getting unalived by some crazy psycho, insane, effed in the brain person that's going to try to take their life away. Because that already happened, again, I wouldn't be surprised if there's more of a rise in evilness of people that just want to take people's lives away that have high positions of power. I'm not surprised. That makes me glad as fuck. I'm just a person that works in a hotel casino and barely gets paid on almost a minimum wage level. Thank God. I'm glad I'm nobody in real life either, or in social media, because I was. And I'd have a target in my back for the rest of my life and be paranoid. Oh God, someone's gonna take me away. And I can still get unalived too, but the thing is, not the whole world's not gonna give a shit. That's the thing. Compared to other people, if they're a celebrity person or nowadays an influencer on the internet from YouTube, Twitch, or Instagram, TikTok, and all that, the whole world's gonna be sad as hell about it for 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks go by, the world keeps spinning. Anyways, so like I say, I'm out of here. Links to description box down below, card outside. I'm done here wiping my hands clean with this whole reaction and video commentary, and that's it. Stay tuned for more to get on the channel. We have daily images, like Moce, drama news, sports keto, Steroid at Park Place. And of course, a whole bunch of other stuff out there. There are hyper reaction segments and stuff, virtual feature for trauma news. Once in a while, you'll let us in, or regular reaction segments, like either stuff from indie cartoons, movie animations, not movie animations, yeah, movie trailers, or live action movie trailer animation, trailer reaction review segments and that, or reaction review segments to like video game industry news or video game trailers as well, gameplay trailers. And that's it. Stay in the grass, easy, stay safe, stay healthy, be easy, be yourself. Be much alcohol, is my skin flip side. Stay cautious, don't take any of the jabs or the needle stuff that like big pharma wants you to take. Stay far the hell away from that, in my opinion. Just do home remedies instead. That's how I would see it. Even though I'm not a doctor or nurse, but that's what I would do at least. If you want to take that stuff, go for it, but don't be surprised if they're just going to track even more shit and you have less and less freedom in the world. That's just what I'm saying. Hopefully, whenever I come back, more videos will be planned in the future, and I'll see you guys next time. Right, take it easy. Bye, I'm out. Deuces. See you soon. I'm gone. Later.